Hey everybody, today I feel like sharing a team setup I've found that seems to really work in theater. Granted, I haven't finished it yet, but making the changes that I'm about to talk about has allowed me to go from stuck on the boss of Act 1 on Immortal Repertoire to Act 6. Here it's really starting to get tough, but I think that's just a matter of getting better demon wedges and more skill ups. I'm Shrike, like, comment, and subscribe for more DNA content. Let's dive in. So in the theater, you either want Animo or Pyro, which basically means you either want Psyche or Lynn. Many swear by Psyche, some even prefer Outsider, but I've had the most luck with Lynn. She doesn't require as much constant healing as the Psyche team, so you can build in more buffs. Okay, before I get into the team, let's go over briefly the conditions of this stage of the theater so we understand why I made the choices I did. Right here we see Pyro and Animo increased damage of 400%. Anything else reduced by 50%. That's significant. Ranged damage increased by 50%, so you want a ranged damage dealer. Psyche and Lynn both fall under that category. Enemies regen shield every 3 seconds unless they're affected by an elemental bonus effect. And another reason down here to use ranged, the enemy's damage reduction is lessened when they take damage from a ranged weapon. This section is basically a blueprint to what units to use and how to build them. So onto the team. I've chosen Lynn, and I've built her as you'd expect. Attack, skill duration, skill efficiency, a little pyro damage, and skill range. I have her on the Wainwright Scythe for even more skill damage, since that's what her ultimate scales off of, and that's basically all we use unless something goes wrong. As for guns, I have her on Ex-Grezduo for even more skill damage boost. I believe these unlock at Trial 51, but don't quote me on that. But what's really key is how I've built her Consonance weapon, and it isn't even finished yet. Remember that the enemy's shield regen is countered by elemental bonus effects, so I've slapped a gold trammel on her for an additional 54% trigger probability for a total of 77. And I've chosen to hyper focus on dealing HP damage and sacrificing other kinds of damage by using this penetration. Spike damage plus 75%. This will eventually be a gold. Add a gold attack speed here for obvious reasons, and this crit piece will be completely changed. I'll most likely get a gold attack piece to put in its place, but it's good for now. As for partners, I use Margie because she's Pyro as well as offers some really good passive buffs for the team. A whopping 85% damage increase. I know most people bring Daphne for heals and buffs, or Hellfire for additional buffs and taunt, or any number of other meta units, but there's a very good reason why I bring MC, and we touched on it a little while reading the conditions earlier. The enemy will be unable to regenerate shields as long as they're afflicted by an elemental bonus effect. Not only does MC's first skill guarantee that the bonus effect triggers, but that bonus effect just so happens to be Lumino, which has the additional effect of extending the duration of all other bonus effects on the target, meaning he will extend Lynn's Pyro bonus effect. On top of that, using his ultimate grants a 100% increase in trigger probability for himself and all allies for 18 seconds, so further guaranteeing Lynn's bonus effect lands. And if that weren't enough, he provides increased weapon damage and extra shields for the team with his ultimate, and an additional passive weapon damage buff for everyone. He'll just need tanky stats and some trigger probability. He's not in there for damage, and neither is Margie. They're just there for buffs and to provide support. I have more demon wedges to get to improve this team even more, and the skill ups to do, which takes forever. That resource is so annoying to grind for, especially with no more good books to use, so I'll eventually get there, and I have no doubt that these 3 will take me to the end with proper investment. But it's not a team I've seen in any videos so far, so I thought I'd just share. And speaking of which, there are many good teams. This is just the one I've personally chosen. And with that being said, I'm gonna fly. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.